Okay, we can call the meeting December 11th. Select Board Meeting, Mendon, to order at 5:30 p.m. And we can stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. And for the signing of orders, we will go to the office and do that for Nancy and Jesse. I make a motion to approve orders for 11/27/23 in the amount of $34,177.89, and payroll for $9,579.01. For December 11th, we have orders for $75,962.83 and payroll for $11,226.53.
I second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I forgot to add or delete. I'm sorry. I skipped over that.
Start you out early Sunday morning here.
That's okay. That motion was approved, and then we can now go back up to the agenda.
Okay. Adding or deleting items to the agenda, we will table the minutes for November 13th, 2023.
I second that.
All in favor? Do we have to?
Aye.
Aye. Anything to add? Or any other
Nothing.
changes?
Just the one under business D, I think it was. You would have to add that statement.
Yep, under E.
Yeah, we'll
If
get
I
to
need
that under the.
I think it just falls under that category. Anything else? Okay. Moving on to announcements. Are there any announcements?
None from me.
Oh, well, yeah, the next select board meeting, instead of being scheduled for December 25th in order to avoid the holiday, the second meeting in December will occur next Monday on December 18th. So it's just a week from today.
All right. Thank you. And moving on to public comment. Whoops, sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry. That's at 5:30.
Okay. And we have public comment, allowing 2 minutes per person. Any public comment, please?
So we have Carol that's raised her hand. Carol, you can unmute yourself.
Hi, we have some information for the select board regarding our permit appeal. We got the decision, and we have some information regarding the unlawful hearing that was conducted on October 4th. And we will draw.
We lost you, Carol.
Of course.
Of course.
You got to the October 4th.
Happened on October 4th of our permit. We have some information regarding that because we got the decision.
We didn't get the decision.
No.
Our neighbors got the decision.
Yeah, our neighbors got the decision.
We haven't had a letter addressed to us yet. It's been 90 days. There was a 45-day rule from October 4th, which would have been November 19th. We still haven't got a decision addressed to us. We did see decisions addressed to our neighbors, but not to us. And we're also wondering why the town accepted payment.
On October 17th, stating it was from the appellants, but it was not from the appellants. It was actually from,
It was paid in cash by Lisa Sweat,
we'd like
but it
that.
doesn't say that.
We'd like
Received
that.
by that.
We'd like that put on the public record, who it was actually received from.
Where to start? Leave the way you live.
Okay, you guys all set?
Make it right.
Can I respond to that, please? Brian and Carol, did you get your permit? Has it been approved?
Take your time to hear.
Hey, Seth, no, it has not. We have not received a letter from anybody.
You haven't? Okay.
No,
So I don't know.
but we've
how
got letters,
uptown-
hold on.
Wait.
We've got letters addressed to all of our neighbors from Jack
Okay.
saying that we're all set, but we never got a letter from the town to addressing us or to me, telling me that the
Okay.
permit was all set.
Okay, we'll make sure we get, we'll make sure we take
And why
care of
did
that.
why did it take 90 days?
That I can't tell you.
And
That I have no idea.
And was there a public hearing on November 15th?
That was posted.
That was posted.
Not that I'm aware of.
Or on October 19th. Was there a public
Well-
meeting
public hearing.
October 19th
regarding our permit.
regarding our permit? And
Did
was
that-
there one
shut up.
on November
Brian, shut up.
15th?
Did the ZBA
One at a time,
conduct
please.
hearings
One
other than
person
on
at a time,
October 4th?
One
Say
person
again?
at a time needs to speak. One person
Yeah.
at a time needs to speak, please.
Yeah, no problem. So on October 19th, was there a hearing, a public hearing? Where was it posted 24-hour notice? And there was also supposedly another hearing, November 15th.
Okay.
We didn't
Is
see
this
that
a ZBA
posted
meeting?
publicly either. Yes, we have in the decision, the letters to the appellants, he said he had a hearing. Hearings are supposed to be public and posted.
Does it-
He
Okay.
also said that he snuck on, he had ex parte communication with our neighbors, the Swifts, to gain access to their property on November 15th. We weren't aware of that. So that means that people were sneaking around looking at our property without our permission from the town.
Was arrested. They kill a presidential candidate.
Okay, we took note of everything you said.
Yeah, what are
Yep.
we gonna do about it? And are we gonna ever do anything about my neighbor's leach field on my property and the poop going on my property and the water
That's
being
another-
dispersed on my property?
That's another
And I
thing to
wanna,
be addressed.
and I keep asking for, we asked for the video of the hearing on October 4th that was before our hearing, and they're telling us it's not available, but I watched it. We watched it. We're asking for that.
So what, if you watched it, then what
No,
You
because
have it?
we need it. Because there was quite the difference between our meeting and that meeting.
Sarah, do we
We
have
want
any
both of
control
them.
over their videos at all? None.
Oh, our
no,
videos posted for our hearing, but not the one that happened before our hearing. We want to know why. Why isn't the Coopers posted?
So I'm sorry.
You know, it's the same. You know, before somebody had the cops.
Brian, your minute is up for a second. Can we address this with ourselves here for a second?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to hear
Okay,
something.
thank you. You asked Sarah. I heard you ask Sarah, do we have control over these videos? Sarah, what was your response?
So the select board doesn't have any control over the ZBA. The zoning
Okay, so
board of
who would they go to? Now, who would they go to in order to gain access to these?
Okay, Jack
Besides us.
Nelly is the chair of the zoning board of adjustment.
Okay. Now, if they can't get it from Jack, where should we go from there? Then should we be asking Jack?
So if a public document exists, then they can submit a public request for that information, and it's
We did.
provided.
We
Yeah,
have,
they-
we
so-
have.
They did do
And
that. I
was
do
a
know
public
that.
hearing.
So where does it come from there? Who was responsible for getting it?
The administrator.
Right? It would be on the administrator's computer.
Okay, can you please mute yourself and let Sarah answer these questions, please? I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly which piece of information they're looking for, but the minutes of select board meetings are posted online. The ZBA minutes would be obtained through the ZBA. And usually they're recorded in our land records as well.
It was, our hearing was recorded, and we can pull that and posted, but the hearing before ours is not. We want to know why, because we want that.
Okay,
And
so Jesse, yeah,
Jack won't address us at all or answer any of our questions at all. Where do we go from there?
so Jesse, I know Jesse has sent what we do have has been sent, and she said there is nothing from that other meeting for some reason.
The other meeting occurred.
The other meeting occurred
No, I'm
before
not
mine, you know?
speaking with you, Carol.
Can I just talk for a second? Can I just talk for a second? The other meeting
Very,
before
very quickly, yes.
Yes. So the other meeting that happened was done in accordance with the regulations. Our meeting was not done in accordance with the regulations that the zoning board and the zoning regulations state in the town of Mendon. All of the required documentation was presented at the prior hearing to ours. None of the
Required documentation was presented at our hearing,
which would have
dismissed the appeal right then and there, because there was no payment made.
and we would have had that evidence if we were given the evidence and required documentation at our hearing.
Excuse
And
me, can I ask a
it's
question?
totally
please?
visible in the hearings.
Hello? Can I ask,
Yep.
make a
Yep.
statement, please? This is a suggestion, and maybe Sarah can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Maybe you should contact your personal attorney for that information if it's not being given to you according to the rules of the ZBA. And if
They're going to do the same thing. They're
maybe-
just going to ask the ZBA. Just because there's
But-
a lawyer doesn't give them
Just
the
let
right
Lisa
to get
talk.
any more information than we do.
Brian, thanks. Let Lisa talk.
Okay,
It does not take a lawyer to
It
get
does
this
not take a
information.
lawyer to get information.
Let Lisa talk.
It's called the Freedom of Information Act.
thank you, Mr.
Anybody can
Gates.
get
I
it.
have nothing else to say.
Well,
Yeah,
why aren't you
time's
giving
up
us
for-
the information that
Public
we're
comment is
asking
up.
for?
Time is up for public comment. Let's move on.
You people suck,
Perfect.
as
Business.
usual.
Rutland Regional Emergency Management Committee reappointment. This is done yearly, yes?
Yeah, this is done yearly. We appointed Val Taylor and Leamy Carter to the Rutland Regional Emergency Management Committee in March of this year. They required a reappointment form be submitted to them by November 30th. So this is just to report to the select board that form was submitted to the Regional Emergency Management Committee, indicating that reappointment occurred. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you. Moving on to letter B under business, the fiscal year 2024 budget. We are still waiting for our numbers to, from every department head to be put together, and we will be working. I will be sitting down with Sarah, and whoever additionally would like to separately from myself sit down with Sarah by the next meeting, we will have more information to go over.
And Val, if I could just add that if anyone has any specific questions about any specific line item, to let me know so that I can do that research at a time.
Moving on to letter C under business, the U.S. Route 4 speed limit and safety. I got a recommendation from Jim Harrison to put another letter together to Secretary of Transportation, Joe Flynn. Is that correct? Yes. And request additional signage and any other ideas that we may have as far as flashing lights in appropriate areas. So we'll brainstorm on that and put a letter together. That's the next step in that area.
And Val, I'm not sure if it was reported at a meeting that you have reached out to Rutland Town and the town of Killington to also just stay abreast of this subject and see if they also want to weigh in with the Secretary of Transportation to advocate for an increased safety of Route 4.
Right. So Rutland Town is waiting for the results of the scoping study, I believe, this month. And I told Killington that when we got the results that I would also pass that along to them. Any questions here? Moving on to letter D, highway staff.
So we want to formally announce that we've hired 2 employees for the town of Mendon Highway Department. We would like to welcome Thane Beatty, is a Mendon resident on Meadow Lake Drive, and he will be working as an equipment operator and highway maintenance for Mendon. He has started, and we wanted to welcome him on board. And we'd also like to welcome Chris Baird from Middletown Springs. Chris will be our new road commissioner. Currently, Bill Ellis is still working and transitioning with the 2 new employees in order to have a smooth transition between our road staff, but everybody is on board and learning the highway department. And just to remind folks that we also have Kurt Hathaway working for us from Rutland Town that will be on call for us this winter in assisting with winter maintenance. And then our long-term part-time employee, Dan Hendy, is also on board with Mendon to assist with winter maintenance. And that comprises our highway department right now.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome our 2 new staff and our returning staff.
Myself as well. Welcome on, everybody.
Moving on to letter E under business, town office safety improvements. And I would like to read a public statement. The Mendon Select Board learned that an appointed public official received a serious threat directed towards the employees and officials in Mendon. The threat is currently under investigation. The safety of the employees and town officials is a priority and will not be compromised. The Select Board has taken immediate steps to ensure the safety of our municipal government while continuing to serve the public in accordance with Vermont statutes. Essential municipal operations continue remotely and under the supervision of the Rutland County Sheriff. The public can reach town staff via telephone and email during normal town office business hours of Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. All board and commission meetings will be held remotely. The agenda and links to the meetings can be found on www.mendonvt.gov. The Select Board requests understanding and patience during this difficult time. We wish to demonstrate unwavering support to our dedicated staff and our public officials, most of whom are volunteers serving their community. Mendon continues to be an amazing and safe community to live, work, and visit. The municipality is committed to being open and welcoming to all.
Val, I don't think there's anything else on the agenda unless the board has any other questions about that statement.
All right. We will adjourn this meeting at 5:51.